Good day everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, we are going to talk about Introduction to AI in Digital Business. My name is Gunggu and welcome to channel Gunggu Learning. What is AI in the context of digital business? Let's take a closer look. AI has a lot of components. And components of AI, such as natural language processing, although it's called processing, it can also capture data. Natural language processing can capture conversational data and convert it into data that can be processed. So this means that AI has an input component that can capture data. Secondly, AI has, other than natural language processing, it also has machine learning. It also has the artificial neural networks that can enhance its deep learning. This means that AI also has the processing components, and it can process data that was captured by the input components. And finally, throughout all of these processes, AI can also produce an output in the form of text, pictures, sounds, and also video. This means that AI can be considered as a system because it has the input, process, and output components. This also means that since it's a system, we can call it an AI systems. An AI system is based on computer-based system. So we can define AI in the context of digital business as an information systems. AI can be considered as a computer-based information systems that utilizes all of its components, machine learning, natural language processing, and artificial neural networks to analyze, evaluate, automate tasks that is performed traditionally by human. Therefore, we can conclude that AI in the context of digital business can be considered as information systems, or just call it AI systems. Other than being an information systems, AI can also be considered as a feature that can be embedded in other types of information systems in the context of digital business. As I mentioned previously, a component of AI, for example, natural language processing, can capture data, for example, conversational data. Let's say the executive information systems needed data from a decision-making process done by boards of directors. And since the decision-making process is done in a meeting, then AI can capture data through its natural language processing and convert the data into a data that can be learned by using the machine learning. So this means that components of AI can be embedded in the executive information systems. In the context of digital business, AI can also be considered as a feature that can be embedded in the other information systems. So to conclude, what is AI in the context of digital business? It can be considered as two different things. The first one, it can be an independent information systems or AI systems. And secondly, it can also be a feature that can be embedded in every other information systems that is utilized by digital business. AI was first introduced in 1950s as a rule-based system, and it was popularized as the symbolic AI. It relies on explicit symbolic representation of knowledge and rules. This type of AI was known from the 50s until the 80s, and it developed into first logic programming and to expert system. Both system uses logic reasoning to solve problems and make decisions. An example of logic programming goes like this. John wears glasses, John is smart. And Bob wears glasses, so logically, Bob should be smart. Although this logic is incorrect, but it still infers from the first logic. Meanwhile, expert system embedded human decision making in a specific domain, for example, in the field of medicine. Like this example, if the patient has a high fever and bacterial infection, then prescribe penicillin. Thus, we can conclude that the characteristic of symbolic AI is to use rule-based and explicit logic, represents a structured symbol such as facts and rules, with logical inferences as decision-making process, very transparent but rigid. The second evolution is from 1980s to 2010s. It's called the statistical learning, or it's more popular known as the machine learning. This AI is divided into three different categories. The first one is the reinforcement learning, which basically learn by interaction, particularly using carrots and stick approach, giving rewards and punishments. An example is in the self-driving car using trials and errors. The second type is called the unsupervised learning. It involves training a model without labeled data. So the model tries to find hidden patterns, structures, or relationships from the input data only. An example of this type of AI is for fraud detection in financial transactions. The last one is called the supervised learning, where an algorithm learns from a labeled dataset, which means that each input data is paired with an output label. This model will try to find patterns in the input data that map to the correct output. An example of this model is most statistical-based modeling for prediction, such as linear regressions. The third evolution, of course, is based on the artificial neural networks, which is called deep learning. Deep learning is divided into three different categories. The first one is transformer model, which basically transforms sequential data through parallel processing into meaningful context. An example of this model is chatbot. The second category is called the recurrent neural network, which basically processes sequential data step by step in a loop. Examples of RNNs include stock predictions and speech recognition. The last category is called the convolutional neural networks, which design for spatial data, including images and videos. An example of CNNs is, of course, facial recognition. The last evolution now for AI is called the large language models, which are advanced AI systems trained on vast datasets to generate, process, and understand various types of contents. These models usually use deep learning architectures, especially transformers. LLMs can produce and generate text, programming codes, images, videos, audios, and multimodal contents. Why AI matters in digital business? As an information system, AI systems play a crucial role in enhancing efficiency, automation, and decision-making in digital businesses. It offers a lot of benefits, such as cost reduction, improved customer experience, and enhanced data analysis. For example, an e-commerce can utilize an AI-driven dynamic pricing model or systems to continuously analyze market trends, competitors' prices, market demand, and inventory levels in order to update the price in real time. AI can also be embedded in other information systems, such as example is at the customer relationship management systems. It can be embedded as chatbots so that it can respond directly in 24/7 to customers, thus increasing efficiency. AI systems can also be embedded in the supply chain management systems, thus it can conduct sales forecasts and predictive analysis more accurately. Now let's look at some facts and data on why AI matters to digital business. According to McKinsey's global survey on AI in 2024, the top 5 industries that adopt AI are as follows. The first 2 spots goes to technology and finance with 73% adoption rate and 70% adoption rate, while the last 3 is held by healthcare industry, manufacturing industry, and retail industry with adoption rate of 66%, 62%, and 60% respectively. In the technology industry, AI is widely used for software development, cybersecurity, and IT automation. Meanwhile, in finance, AI enhances fraud detection, risk assessment, and financial trading. On healthcare industry, AI improves diagnostics, patient care, and also personalized medicine. And for manufacturing, of course, robots. Robots everywhere. And finally, on retail industry, AI is used for personalizes customer experiences, enhances inventory management, and as I mentioned previously, optimizes dynamic pricing. Now let's take a look at the adoption rate inside the company. So customer service is the business function that adopts AI the most at 56%. Other than AI chatbots, it can also conduct sentiment analysis to help digital businesses understand customers' emotions and improve service strategies. The second business function is cybersecurity and fraud management with an adoption rate of 51%, where AI can help detect both fraud and threats, as well as make a strategic response to them. The third one, with an adoption rate of 47%, is the digital assistants, which will be able to automate a lot of business tasks, hence increase productivity. CRM, or customer relationship management, with an adoption rate of 46%, AI used in this business function will enable the digital business to conduct a personalized or one-to-one marketing to its customers. Finally, inventory management at 40%, where AI can help automation of inventory tracking and replenishment. Looking at this latest data of AI adoption rates for both industries and business functions, we can probably conclude that for digital businesses, AI adoption is now a necessity, not only an opportunity. So digital business must adopt AI if they want to survive. What about the future? PricewaterhouseCoopers predicted that AI influence on the global economy is very profound. The projections indicate that AI could contribute up to 15.7 trillion US dollars to the global economy by 2030, with 6.6 trillion US dollars from increased productivity and 9.1 trillion from customer consumptions. The future looks very bright, and again, it highlights the necessity for digital businesses to adopt AI, whether as an independent information systems or features to its other information systems. Although AI offers a lot of benefits to digital business, it also have some challenges. For example, AI uses a lot of data, including customers' data. So there are a lot of challenges for handling customers' data. For example, the ethical boundaries in using customers' data, the protection of privacy and how secure is the protection. These are some of the challenges that needs to be faced by digital businesses if they are using AI in order to improve their customers' experience using customers' data. That is for our discussion in this session. We will be discussing more in details in next session in regards to AI in digital business. Thank you for your attention. I'll be seeing you guys in the classroom. Good day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.